Hello, manifestors. Let's talk about affirmations today. Because as I told you in my podcast, this is Affirmation Topic Week. I spoke about it in my podcast. I discussed it in my blog post right here. Make sure you go read it if you haven't yet. And I'm discussing it today in this video. But I'm discussing it from a different point of view every time. I'm not repeating everything. I'm completing things from one platform to the other. And by the way, be sure to listen all the way to the end because at the end I have an exercise to help you to affirm the right way. Why did I decide to talk about this? Well, we are going to discuss this in the video and so many other great things that you need to know about affirmations to make them work for you once and for all. So be sure to listen in all the way to the end. Please subscribe, like the video, comment, and share it if you can so more people like you can become master manifestors. So interestingly, I've received an email from someone who listened to my podcast. And first she said that she was a little confused about my podcast. And then she said that she was doing great with her affirmations, only to tell me later on, after I replied to her, she replied back to me, to tell me that, well, she was actually doing what I see so many people doing with their affirmations. This is why I decided to talk about it the whole week in my podcast, my blog article, and today in this video. Because I see too many of you using affirmations the wrong way. And again, I'm not against affirmations. I keep on saying, I said it many times, I've changed my self-concept using affirmations because I really didn't know what else to use. Because one thing that I have found out for myself is that when you have a very low concept of yourself, it's because you've been telling yourself negative stories your whole life. Those negative stories, what are they? Well, they are stories, right? They are thoughts. They are things that you are telling to yourselves. Therefore, to me, they were better replaced by another story, by other statements, by other phrases, other conversations that had to run in my mind instead. So I could not, for the life of me, I could not do this by imagining and feeling. I had to talk to myself. So that's why I'm here to tell you I am certainly not against affirmations. To me, frankly, it's the best tool to use to change your programming, to change your story, to change and transform your self-concept. That's why, frankly, affirmations, they're not exactly a technique because they are replacing your daily thoughts. You're replacing consciously your daily negative thoughts, and it's called affirmations. You could call them statements, you could call them whatever you want to call them, but we understand what an affirmation is, and that's why this is the easiest term to use. But if you do it the wrong way, and we are going to discuss what the wrong way is, then it's not going to work as well as it could and as fast as it could for you. So, what are the mistakes that I see out there? Number one, people asking me about their specific phrasing, the specific words that they are using for their affirmations. That doesn't matter. As long as you affirm who you want to be, it doesn't matter what specific word you are using. So right there, if you are concerned about a specific word, a specific phrase, you are going wrong about it. It's not about the specific word. Because I have a lot of people, they tell me, I want to manifest A, B, C. What do I say exactly? See, right there, if you're asking me what do you affirm, what you should affirm to manifest A, B, C, you don't understand manifesting, because you should know better than me what would be the statements, what would be the thoughts that you would be thinking if you had A, B, C. If you are asking me what you should say in order to manifest your desire, it means that already before you start, you are going to practice your affirmations the wrong way, which is you are going to say your affirmation to get that thing. And let me tell you one thing here. You don't affirm to get anything or anyone. You affirm to convince yourself of a new story. You affirm to tell yourself a new story. You do not convince anything outside of you. You affirm to help yourself embody a new state. The state in which you have and you are who you want to be and have what you want to have. That's all. That's the number one thing to understand. That's why it's never about specific words. It's about understanding that you are affirming to convince yourself that there is another state over there, another you. And all you have to do is understand that it already exists, and to embody it, yes, you can use affirmations. But number one, you need to understand that. The second mistake that I see people making, which is probably the most prominent one, is that you are using affirmations to force something, to force yourself to believe it. But you don't, because pretty much no one will believe a new affirmation that they've believed the opposite of it their whole life, whether it's 20, 30, 40 plus years. So don't try to believe your affirmations from the get-go and force yourself to believe it. Because when people do this, what happens is that they create some type of huge resistance against their affirmations. And then I hear statements like, it makes me anxious when I affirm. Of course it does. Because you are forcing yourself to believe an affirmation from an opposite state. And that's why it's creating a huge resistance. Because, again, I don't like the word, but that's the best word I can find. You are using your affirmations wrong. Instead, what you should do, and that's the way I practice my affirmations, and trust me, it works very, very well. Because I can tell you that when I started to affirm something specific that I wanted to be in my business, my affirmations were already in the mouth of other people in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. And did I believe that affirmation when I started saying it? No. Did I try to believe it? No. What I did is I knew I was planting a seed without any resistance, without any trying to believe whatsoever. Just planting my seed and watering the seed every day. And in 2 weeks, my plant had sprouted, right? My affirmations were already in the mouth of other people. I started receiving comments and emails saying my affirmation almost word for word. Now, another thing here. Did I try to convince people? Did I try to get them? Did I try to influence and manipulate them? Of course not. All I was doing and all I was interested in doing is convince myself that I was someone that I wasn't yet. But I was planting the seed so I could be that person. Therefore, by law, I did influence people to tell me that they saw me as I said that I was. They saw me as my new me that I wanted to be. That's how affirmations work. That's why, to take the most popular topic, the SP, the specific person, if you are affirming with the intention of manipulating your SP, of changing your SP, of convincing your SP, if you are doing any of that, that's not the way to go. That's not working. And that's when people come back to me 6 months later saying affirmations don't work. The thing is, they're not even doing only affirmations. They're doing SATs, they're doing other things, but nothing works. Because no matter what you do not do it with the intention to change the other people, to change the world around you. You need to do it to change you. You and only you. Your consciousness. I've said that phrase from Neville about 1,000 times by now. Your consciousness is the only reality. Therefore, you are the only thing that needs to be changed in order for your world around you, specific people, money, health, jobs, houses, cars, all those things, to change for you, to change in your physical experience. So if you have so far affirmed in order to change your SP, and you've been doing that for 6 months and it doesn't seem that you have succeeded yet, it's because the intention is put on the wrong subject. Your intention when you affirm needs to be to change you and to plant a seed that is going to grow, that has to grow by law. And every day you water it with that same intention every day. I am watering my seed. I am completely relaxed and detached because I know that even if I didn't want to, that seed will grow. When you affirm with this intention, your affirmations not only work, but they work much better and much faster. Now, because I know that even after this video, I'm going to have someone asking me how do I affirm. So let's do a little exercise. That's how I want you to affirm. Before you start, relax and remember that there is nothing and no one that you need to get because you already are everything that you will ever want to be. And you already have anything that you will ever want to have. Take a deep breath and remember this every time before you affirm that you have your desire or your SP or whatever it is. And then as you affirm, you're just planting a seed in your garden. You are planting a specific seed to grow a specific plant. And you don't have to force it. So you plant your seed and you leave it alone. By leaving it alone, I mean you don't force anything. So you do your affirmations, whether you affirm aloud in a rampage session or in your mind or both, which is better. Just remember that all you are doing is replacing your thoughts and changing your story. And as you do this every day, you know that every time you go back to it, you're watering your seed, and you're watering your seed. And you do it in a calm way, not trying to force the seed, because there's no way you can force the seed. And every time you affirm every day, you remember, you already are who you want to be. You already have what you want to have. You're just planting a seed. That seed already exists and that plant already exists. Because that plant is going to grow in a linear time, right? But linear time is an illusion. So that plant grown already exists. So you just play the game. It's a game. Plant the seed and you water the seed and you play the game. And when you play the game this way, the seed grows very fast, easily, and effortlessly. And you will see your affirmation or affirmations manifest easily, effortlessly, and very fast. I hope this was helpful, guys. If it was, please subscribe if you are new here to help my channel. Like the video, comment, share, so more people like you can become master manifestors.